Welcome back to Iron Completionist, the series where I'm aiming to fill the collection log and do all of the completable, non-repeatable content in RuneScape. In the last episode, I dipped my toes into the tombs and picked up a new item. I want to keep up with the trend of doing a little bit of endgame and a little bit of just randomness throughout the collection log, so that's exactly what I'll be doing in this video. Let's get started. Let's talk about this item right here, the Litton's Ward. I got this in the last episode, and honestly, I really want to try to make more use of it, even if it's not exactly going to be something that's going to be a fast process. To fortify the Litton's Ward and make it stronger, I need to get an Arcane Sigil from the Corporeal Beast. Now, the only item I have in the log here is, ironically, the Elysian Sigil. I've done several thousand corp kills across all my accounts, and this is actually the only sigil I've ever had, so it's kind of cool, and it's a very, very nice vanity item. However, I'm still missing some of the basic items from Corp, like a Spirit Shield and a Holy Elixir, which I got pre-log, although I did have several of them. They're not recorded here. So going back to Corp is kind of like a, I don't know, two birds, one stone situation. It's a very slow boss at like 6 or so kills per hour, since I don't have all the crazy new items to make it way faster. But I think I'm going to start off by pushing myself up to 800 Corp Beast KC, so that's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours of Corp, and we'll see if we happen to get anything. Maybe we just get super lucky and get the Arcane Sigil. That'd be awesome. That was so rude. I was just trying to set up my fucking cannon, and I got stomped and maged for like 100 damage at the same time. It's been a long time since you guys have seen any Corp on this channel, and that's just because it's been a long time since I've done any Corp. So you guys probably noticed already that there is a Desert Amulet and a bunch of Games Necklaces in my inventory. It's been a long time since I've shown Corp, but last time I was there, I did make a lot of Games Necklaces because using this process instead of teleporting to the POH and taking the jewelry box back actually saves a pretty substantial amount of time. It actually amounts to like another 0.5 to 0.75 kills per hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking like 6 to 7 kills an hour, that's a pretty big increase. In case anybody was wondering, I was doing the 3 Dragon Warhammer, 7 Arclight, and 350 to 400 BGS damage. I felt that 400 was much safer, because I don't think 350 fully drained its stats, but 350 didn't feel like it did too crazy much damage, so sometimes I just stopped there. Hey, there's a good drop. 769 KC, 2,000 cannonballs. Always nice to see. Alright, there's 780 KC. So far, nothing particularly exciting, so I guess I'll see you guys in 10 more kills, which is like an hour and a half. Alright, well, there we go. That is 800 KC here at Corp. And unfortunately, no new log slots there. So we didn't get a Spirit Shield, we didn't get an Elixir. Not really that surprising. I'm pretty sure the drop rates are not that common here. So, seems like a good round number to end it off on. Maybe I'll do like 25 or 50 kills every now and then, similar to what I'm doing with the other endgame stuff. Just because it doesn't really provide a lot of footage. It's not great for content creation, but I would like to work on this at some point. I think the next thing I want to do is actually go back to doing a little bit of wildy bossing. But this time I'm going to be heading over to Vedian and or Calvarian. I'm not really sure which one I want to do yet. It kind of depends how packed Vedian is. But I'll probably go to Calvarian to kind of learn the mechanics a little bit until I understand the boss a little bit, since I haven't done this one since the rework. I'm still missing the Ring of the Gods from here, as well as the Skull, the Voidwaker Blade, and the Pet. I didn't get any of these pre-log except for the ring, so, you know, should be nice. Also, I don't need a Slayer task for this one because I can just use a Salve Amulet. So I should be able to actually take a pretty decent strength bonus here, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use the mace. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out a setup real quick. I'm not really sure if I should be trying to fight back against PKers, but this is what I'm taking right now in case I decide to do exactly that. I have the Dragon Claws, I have a crossbow. I don't know, I'm not really risking anything by taking this stuff with me because I have my Trover Parchment on the Infernal Cape, so it's just Dragon Boots, Barrows, Gloves. Not a big deal. Let's go try this boss out. Alright, first impressions. This boss actually feels pretty easy. It's just a lot of moving around, which maybe there's some kind of pattern to it. I don't know. I haven't watched any guide videos. I'm just kind of winging it. Alright, well that's 20 KC. I gotta say, this boss is actually pretty fast. The major downsides right now are I'm just taking a lot of avoidable damage, but I'm on an Australian PvP world, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's probably why. This is just the only world I found that was open right now. But now that I'm 20 KC, I can actually peek without having to run through every time, so hopefully that helps. Didn't see any PKers, so maybe it's something I don't have to worry about too much here. Hopefully. An ancient staff. That's got to be probably pretty rare. I think it is anyway. I don't know. There is just something so immensely satisfying about making a PKer teleport from you when you are just trying to kill a boss. I love it. Well, herein lies one of the major problems with doing this. The second you go to bank, your world is taken, and it takes like 20 minutes to find a new world. I think I might just not do this on the weekends, or maybe I'll try doing Vedian, like the big version of Vedian. I'm not sure how many people PK up there. I'm not sure how many people do that boss, but it might be worth giving it a shot. Also, I think I'm going to go ahead and just abandon the concept of, like, trying to get an anti-PK at these places, as an iron, anyway, because I can't really go around, like, risking my Xeric's plate skirts, risking ballistas and stuff. It just seems like it's more of an inconvenience than anything, and it'll probably be better for me to just teleport away and come back, rather than sit there and potentially die losing a bunch of ether, too. So, I think that's where I'm sitting for now. I'll just focus on killing the bosses, not killing the players. Of course, I get the drop on, like, one of the first kills of the day when I don't have my replay buffer on. But on a mighty 39 KC, I've already picked myself up a Ring of the Gods here at Vedian. This thing, oh, that's gonna hit me. This thing, which used to be worth like 25 mil, is now worth a mighty 4, because this boss is just so much more accessible than it used to be, which is a good thing, honestly, and as an iron, I really don't care about the price. But, it's very nice. That's a collection log slot, the first of many, hopefully, that I'll be getting here, and cool. I do not remember the drop rates of anything from the wildy bosses. Like, I know that clues with the ring on are 1 in 50. As for the uniques, I have absolutely no idea. So, the ring could be more rare than anything else, or it could be common. I honestly don't know. Oh, geez, you guys found my subscribe button. It's been lost for so long. It'd be a shame if you scrolled below the video and clicked it. So since I'm not really risking like a terribly high amount in this setup, I actually want to go and try the big Vedian just because, you know, drop rates are a little bit better up there. If it's too crowded or if I get PK'd too many times, I'll just go back to the little one again. But it's a decent time right now, so I might actually be able to swing some kills up there. Alright, well, so much for that. Immediately get attacked up here. Cool. Went back to Calvarian and also very quickly got attacked. But thank you, Vigorous Chainmace spec. I freaking love this thing. Or Ursine Chainmace, whatever it's called. That spec that just forces people to walk so I can just log out. It's hilarious, man. Well, there's 100 KC here at Calvarian. Honestly, there's so many PKers at this place. I don't know if I can really grind it right now, but I'm going to keep trying. Finally picking myself up an elite clue scroll out here at Vedian. I'm definitely going to bank that. I've been PK'd way too many times here to be willing to risk it. Alright, well, I got about 150 kills here. I'm happy we got the Ring of the Gods, but I'm not gonna lie, I have gotten about 6 or 7 kills in the past, like, hour and a half because of the amount of PKers that are out here. I've tried the 2200 worlds, I've tried the PvP worlds, I've tried random worlds. It's just too crowded, so I think I'm just gonna move on and do something else, and maybe come back to this activity in the future when, hopefully, there are less PKers here. So I've been kind of taking a little look around in the collection log, trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do next. As you guys can imagine, once you get over 1,000 slots, it's only like a handful of items from a handful of places. Like, I could go try and get a Jad pet. I could go back to Cerberus once I start doing Slayer again. It's just a few items here and there. But I think what I actually want to do is go for something that's a guaranteed item. And that item is going to be the Xeric's Guard, the first rendition of the Challenge Mode KC Chambers of Xeric Cape. Now, for some godforsaken reason, these are in the collection log, with the highest one being the Xeric's Champion, which, double checking here, this one takes 2,000 challenge mode raids to get. That's just insane to me. But the first one, however, requires only 100. I use the term only very loosely as I do these solo, so 100 raids for me is about 100 hours. But we're at 69, nice, KC right now, so I figure I might as well go do 31 more CMs. Maybe we pull ourselves another purple, and at least this way, no matter what, at the end of the grind, I'm getting one guaranteed log slot. That being said, this is going to be a 31-hour grind, so hopefully I can actually get some footage from it to show you guys. Well, first run back. Pretty decent run, but no loot on that one. We did get an elite clue, though, so that's actually a fantastic start. Also, honestly, Blood Runes and Runite Ore is arguably, like, some of the best loot I can get from here. 71 KC, that essence is useless, but the Rune Ore is good. 73 KC. Ew. That's bad. And this is why Muta being one of the last rooms in a CM raid is really frustrating. She sometimes just likes to slowly walk out of the safe spot, and then just walk over and chomp you in the face for over 40 damage. Welcome to challenge mode raids. Big dry 76, that's a lot of chance, though, holy shit. 77 KC, 79 KC, infinite dwarf weeds and emeralds. Unsurprisingly, there's another white light challenge mode number 80. I'm hoping we get at least one purple by the time I get to 100, because 100 KC here is about like a little over 20% of the way to a twisted bow just in CM KC alone. So just to give you guys an idea of how long that grind actually is. At least that loot's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is actually the worst possible loot you can get from a solo CM raid. Maybe I could have gotten less if it was your essence, but I think even that might be worth more than this. 83. Pay close attention to the fact that I'm 116 HP, and this is supposed to do your entire health minus 2, but it only did 69. I cannot believe I didn't know that was a thing until just now. Ellie can actually lower the damage effect of the Vasa attack? That's actually kind of huge. It's like, it's a super minor tech, and honestly, it's probably never going to make like a game-changing difference, but there are times when I'm going into there with full health, and if I'm going into Vasa with full health, sometimes it decides to just kind of walk on top of you right after getting stunned, and you can't really do anything about it, and you just die. So if I can avoid that happening, that's freaking fantastic. And Ellie procs, I think it's like 60% of the time or something, so. That's, good to know. I always kind of assumed it was unavoidable damage, so Ellie wouldn't work there. Yo, finally a purple light. Been a while since we've had one. We still have, like, a lot of things missing in here. Like, a lot of things missing in here, so honestly, getting anything new, or anything that's not an arcane, I'll be happy. Now that I've said that, watch. Yeah. Of course. Maybe it was already at 12. I don't even know anymore. Oh, it's fine. Moving on. 87. Somehow that's a mill. Well, there's big old KC number 90. Just 10 more to go until we hit the goal, which is going to be kind of nice because I'm not going to lie, I always kind of invest myself a little bit too deep in these endgame goals. Like when I looked at the fact that I only needed about 30 CM raids, I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. And then when you're actually in it and realizing that it's 30 hours, it feels a lot different. Well, this is actually probably the slowest CM I have had in a very long time. As you can tell by my supplies, I was not doing well. I actually ran out of stamina right at the end here, too. So, we did get a purple light, though. Just, you know, I'm not even going to get my hopes up. I'm just clicking it. Oh. Okay. So, to people who might not know why I'm sitting here just staring at this thing, going into some slight mode of existential crisis, the reason is the Elder Maul, the Kodai Wand, and the Twisted Bow are all on the same mega rare drop table at Chambers. Which basically means I hit the drop chance to get a purple light here, and then hit the drop chance on the rare items table to roll either a Kodai Wand, a Twisted Bow, or an Elder Maul. And I just directly missed the roll for a Twisted Bow right there, which really, really stings. However, the Elder Maul is new for me. It is actually the only other item, aside from the Twisted Bow, that I don't have on this account. I know that it still says I'm missing a Buckler, Ancestral Rowbottom, and Kodai, but I do have all those items already. So, we are back in a situation where, once again, on yet another account, the only item from Chambers that I have not had is a Twisted Bow. Alright, you know what? Instead of being negative about it, I'm going to sit here and say, at least it's not an Arcane Prayer Scroll, right? Like, it could have been worse. I think getting an Arcane Prayer Scroll would have been worse. At least this purple light was a collection log slot. It's a new item. It's a really rare item. So in terms of series progression, it is technically, you know, as much progression as getting a Twisted Bow. Just Twisted Bow would have made getting it faster, but it's okay. We got 9 more chambers, and then we're going to get this other guaranteed collection log slot. Yep. I'm just gonna take a break for a little bit, though, because I'm, you know, just a little break. And now to the people wondering, there is actually, like, some very slight merit to me potentially using this on Tecton. And I'll look into it a little bit more, but to be honest, at this point, I'm kind of used to just using the Fang for CM Tecton. And I imagine it's actually probably better to use the Fang, especially if I land Dragon Warhammer hits. So I don't think this is going to have any use in CM, but I could be wrong. Feel free to let me know in the comments. Or I'll probably have figured it out by the time you leave a comment here, but that's okay. And then I think this is used at, like, Fasani's? So, you know, whenever I go back there, I guess that's maybe used there. If it has any use at all, I guess that's decent. You know, it's better than a useless item. But, you know, yeah. Take those. Double bird egg from one birdhouse. Very nice. Love to see it. Oh, there's 93 KC. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go and make more blood runes. Or make more blood runes soon. Because my staff was almost empty. Had to recharge that. I've used a lot making thralls and whatnot as well. So we're actually down to 50k blood runes. I'm pretty sure when I started the series, I had like 250k or something. Being dry in the endgame hurts on multiple levels, but the bright side is that at least I have tons of blood essence, so if I choose to go and actually craft them, I'll be able to get, you know, a little bit more bang for my buck there. And also, you know, I do have plenty of gold, so I'll probably just use the gold for it, honestly, because it's just going to save so much freaking time. Alright, 6 more. 6 more. Well, you know what time it is. Time to try to break the next dry streak. See how this goes. Oh, hey, I actually did get something. I got ancient ceremonial legs. Let's go. I just got, my heart rate went up so much there. Oh, that's,
My health. Yes.
We did not receive any drops. I am shocked and appalled. 97. Alright, very bad raid, but that was 99. Hey, an elite clue scroll. Okay, maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Getting rewarded on my 100th CM with a long bone for Mystics. Interesting. Don't get that one very often. There it is. There it is. Alright, there it is. The mighty raid number 100 for challenge mode Chambers of Xeric. Unfortunately, the white light. And that's a dark relic, which is actually, like, even more kind of useless, but let's go ahead and just put it on agility. Why not? I don't know. You guys are going to get mad at me if I put it on anything else. I think if I go outside here, though, and talk to this guy, Commander something? No, Captain Remore? I don't know. Let's claim the cape here. And bam, there is the Xeric's Guard, the first tier. That is a brutal grind. I imagine this is way, way faster in teams. I'm pretty sure the highest one, though, requires 2,500 CM raids, which is a lot. That is kind of one benefit, I guess, of doing these is, you know, by the time I get the Xeric's champion, I will definitely have everything in this log filled out, and if I don't, I'll probably have quit the game before then, because that would be some just atrociously bad luck. Though you guys have seen my necks, so you kind of know what's up there. This video might end up actually being kind of short, but I've already put about 50 or 60 hours into it, so I'm going to go ahead and slap this Xeric's Guard over here in my collection log tab full of nice, beautiful, shiny things, and I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with the big episode number 50, where we get to open all of these elite caskets, all of our bird eggs, and I have one special grind planned out that I think you guys will probably like, assuming I can complete it. Peace out, have a fantastic rest of your day.